Hi vinyl community, this is going to be a contest entry, this time for Jason Skilz at Low Noise. He is celebrating 100 subscriptions. Congratulations, Jason. That is your first significant milestone, and I'm so happy that you have reached that, and I know you're going to get to 200 in no time at all. You've got a great, excellent channel. If you haven't checked out Jason's channel yet, please make sure that you do. So Jason's contest is he wants us to show a metal album, a punk album, and a synth album, which first two are a little hard for me, the third one not so much. But I tried to go a little bit outside the box here. I've got a lot of metal that I got recently, but I've already shown that on some of my VCLT episodes. So this time, I'm gonna go with Captain and Tennille for my metal album. And I know you're thinking Captain and Tennille, but yes, Captain and Tennille actually did have a metal album in 1981. As surprising as that sounds, it was an album called Obedience, and it was definitely outside of the style that they normally employed. Definitely a lot of heavy guitars. They did some songwriting with Desmond Child. They brought in some of the top metal session musicians, and they just churned out. It's really an unbelievably excellent hard rock, heavy metal album, if you will. Didn't sell very well, obviously, because metal fans are just not going to buy a metal album from Captain and Tennille. They're just not. So it was a one-off thing. They went back to their kind of soft rock style for their subsequent albums, but I really applaud them that they stretched out and they tried something new. They tried to target a new audience. They tried to kind of reinvent themselves. It didn't work, but nonetheless, it's still a very interesting curiosity. If you pick it up, see it in your record store, it would definitely be worth your while. So for my punk album, I went with Little River Band, Agents of Mayhem. And this was also an early 80s album. I believe this was, I want to say 1983. Again, Little River Band trying to reinvent themselves. The yacht rock thing was just not working out. They weren't hitting the charts. And so they thought, let's target a new demographic. And this got some very aggressive, anti-social, kind of anarchy manifesto type lyrics. But again, it's Little River Band, and punk rock fans didn't buy it. They knew, they caught on pretty quickly what Little River Band was trying to do. But again, you got to give them a little credit for stepping outside their comfort zone, trying something new, even if they fell flat on their face. But, it's something that most fans are not aware of, particularly if you're into punk rock, and also if you're into yacht rock. It's sort of the anomaly in Little River Band's catalog, but still, interesting to check out. It's almost a novelty record at this point. And then my synth album that I am going to show, this was the 1982 follow-up to Minute by Minute by the Doobie Brothers, where they were totally trying to fully embrace the synthpop wave that was that second British wave of, the synthpop bands that were coming on the scene. Doobie Brothers thought that they could compete. They thought, well, maybe this is a new direction for us to move in. But, of course, it didn't work out. In the Groove is not a good album at all. There's synthesizers, there's drum machines. It's just not a genre that the Doobie Brothers could embrace with any kind of credibility, and they just could not make it sound convincing. You can tell their heart wasn't in it, but they tried, didn't work, and they moved on to other things. But again, got to give the Doobie Brothers credit, and it's interesting. There's a couple of tracks that are okay. You can kind of see them where they're trying to be like Duran Duran, or they're trying to sound a little bit like a Flock of Seagulls, but again, just not a genre that they were meant for. So anyway, Jason, those are my picks. Congratulations again on 100 subs, and everybody take care.